Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have another budget store find. This time it's the card game Alchemist Academy, brought to you by Mungie Studios. There is only one solution at this school. If you can't pass, cast. This is a game by Kay Williams. I picked this up at a budget store for $3.99 and 50% off. This game is for 2 to 6 players, lasts about 30 to 60 minutes, and it's for ages 10 and above. Alchemist Academy. Going to school can be hard. Going to school for the magically gifted can be downright dangerous. You and your classmates are young gifted students at Eaglestein Hall, better known to the students as Alchemist Academy. You haven't been paying attention to your studies, and with only a few days left in the semester, you need to raise your grades and fast. There's only one solution at this school. If you can't pass, cast. Alchemist Academy is a fast, lighthearted card game for 2 to 6 players with 24 different spells to cast and a wide range of familiars to call upon, each with their own unique abilities. So whether you want to turn yourself invisible, mimic another person's abilities, or just cast a spell of ultimate evil upon everyone at the table, there is no time to waste. Grab whatever components are on hand and pray you know a spell that needs them. Again, this was released by Mungie Studios in 2013. For more information about this game, go to mungiestudios.com. And as always, let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. And we start off with the rule book. Alchemist Academy, game by Ray Williams, art by Fabio Fontes, presented by Mungie Studios. All right, we read the back story on the back of the box. Game contents, which we'll show you. That's our opening box. Spell cards, there's different kinds of cards. You got spell cards, you got shop cards. Setting up, gameplay, your turn sequence. You have to draw cards, you can cast spells, adjust your grade, and discard. How to cast spells. Really digging the artwork that we have inside the box here so far. Counter spells. You have summoning spells and winning the game. Once a student raises their grade up to or above 30 points, they win. Unfortunately for the other students, their holidays will be spent at summer school trying to catch up. So make sure to remember the student's motto when you attend the Alchemist Academy. If you can't pass, make sure you cast. And you have some FAQs, or frequently asked questions, on this page here. So you have 6 pages of instructions, and this is obviously a Kickstarter, so all these are the good people who backed the campaign, playtesters and proofreaders. Again, for more information, go to Mungie Studios at mungiestudios.com. Again, this was released in 2012 via Kickstarter. Now, I did not back this on Kickstarter, but like I told you, I found this in a budget store for $3.99 and 50% off. So first thing we have is a little baggie of tokens, which is always cool. Tokens are always good to have. So you have in different values. You have your 3 points. Front and back are the same. So you have 3 point. You have looks like we have some 1 point. And once again, front and back are the same. So you got green is 3 points, blue is 1 point. Here's another 3. Then you have orange. You have here orange, which is 5 points. Nicely done, nice thick quality. Very, very colorful. Very good graphics on them. And last but not least, so you have blue 1, 3 green, 5 is orange, meaning the colors. And then you have the red, which are 10 points. So that's all of your tokens that we have in the game. Nice little baggie to keep them in. And some silica gel to keep them company. Then we have our cards. Lots of different kinds of cards. So let's start off right here with you have the summoning cards. All the cards are set up exactly the same way. You have your background color of blue, which matches the front. You have point value. You have your title of your character's name, Charlie Cherub. It's a summoning card. Cherubs spend their lives reading ancient tomes and lost chapters, and as such have great memories. Once summoned, a cherub allows the student to increase your spell card limit by 1. So then all these icons are explained to you inside the rulebook. This is not a how to play game, a how to play video. This is just an unboxing video. Again, these are your summon cards. So you have Charlie Cherub, you have the Imp, these are Dice Centurion, you have your Ghoul, you have your Goblin, you have your Ghost, Juto, which is also a Panda, you have an Elemental, you have a Pixie, you have a Borneo, and you have the Secret Cobra. These are the extras that you can summon to assist you in your studies. Then you have your shop cards, which are listed on the bottom, shop cards. So these are different things that you can purchase of value. Again, the color is the same as the background, which is like an orange or peach color. So you can buy Eye of Newt. So let's take a look. You have your title. You know it's a component that you need this to create a spell. So it's Eye of Newt. You have a component. It says Eye of Newt is one of the most common ingredients used for spell casting. They are easily found in most good shops. So again, you need to have this to be able to cast your spells. So you have the Eye of Newt. You have a bunch of those cards. Again, it's the most common. So your Eye of Newt. Then you also have your Troll's Tooth. Collecting these foul-smelling objects is not a pleasant job, but it is not a difficult one either. Handfuls of rotted teeth can easily be found scattered across the floor of any troll's lair. So again, it's a component. And there's your picture. More Eye of Newt. Put that over there. Again, these are the cards that you need enough to make the potions that are required for you to improve your grades. So you got your Troll's Tooth. And you also have Dead Man's Blood, its component. It says here, while sources for this component are not hard to find, it is still rare to come by, as the method for obtaining it is more gruesome than most can handle. So you need your Dead Man's Blood. So those are your components that you're required to cast your spells. And you also have your spell deck. Okay, here's your spell deck, which looks like this. But before we get to that, we're going to continue going forward with the shop. More shop cards. Some more items that you need to create different spells. So let's get this. Let's move these 10s out of here. Move the 5s down here so we have an idea. So we get a little bit more room for the cards. Again, now we have the dragon scales. Dragon scales are one of the hardest components to obtain. Only the bravest of heart or foolish of mind attempts to collect this rare item. So again, dragon scales. You have allspice. This plant is infused with magic so powerful it can be used for any spell. Allspice may be used to replace any one component required when casting a spell. So this is allspice. Not Old Spice, but allspice. Then you have pixie dust. Pixie dust is collected from the secret pixie village hidden deep in the depths of the Friendship Forest. It is very magical and rare. So you have pixie dust. You have two different colored pixie dust, but they all work the same. So there you have it. That's your pixie dust. Then we have, again, our spells that we can cast. The deck of cards for your spells. So you have your components, you have your summoning that can help you cast, and then you have your actual spells. You have a Force Shield. Rating 0. It's a spell. A Force Shield is the ultimate protection against another student's spell. Force Shield stops the effect of a single spell being cast on you. Neither student gains points counterspell. To create this spell, you need one of those eyeballs. So this is what we call a very low level spell. Transmutation, score of 1. You need these two. You need a troll tooth and eyeballs. Transmutation allows the caster to turn unwanted components into one that they require. Once cast, take any one component of your choice out of the discard pile and place it in your hand. That's your transmutation. So it's another spell you can cast. Deflection, cost is 2. Catching sight of another student invoking a spell on you, you quickly cast a deflection spell. Spend the spell that was aimed at you onto another student of your choice. Counterspell. You need the human blood for that one. You also have a mimic spell. 3 points. Casting mimic on yourself, you take the identity of another student of your choice. Gain all their bonuses and disadvantages from their remain in play cards for the next 3 classes. You need a dragon's tooth and you need a pixie dust, so it's a stronger spell. That's mimic. Then you have love potion 99, again it's worth 3 points. This basic love spell is easy to cast on the weak-willed. Randomly take one component card from a student of your choice. You need 2 eyeballs and one ogre tooth. You also can do Dismissed, level 4 spell. Casting the spell cancels any lingering effect from one spell. Discard 1 active remains in play card from any student of your choice. You need 2 teeth and you need 1 pixie dust to do that one. You also have Sleeping Beauty, so level 4 spell. The spell is one of the classics. Cast a spell on another student to cause them to sleep through their next class. Once cast, the affected student will miss their next turn. You need pixie dust and you need human blood. Then you can do Silence. Again, it's this level 4 spell. The spell is designed to keep that goody two-shoes quiet. Once cast on another student, they cannot cast any spells on their next turn, but they may still draw cards as normal. Again, you need a tooth and some blood. Again, that's a level 4 spell. Now we're getting stronger. Big Hands, level 5 spell. Casting the spell on yourself, you can feel your hands rapidly becoming bigger. The spell increases your hand size limit by 1. So you need the eyeballs and the pixie dust, 2 of the pixie dust. Then you have Weak Sauce. Once cast on a student, the spell weakens their bond with the elements. From their next turn onward, the targeted student will receive -1 point for each spell they cast. Remains in play. So they have to break this spell somehow. They need to cast this, you need 2 of the eyeballs, 1 of the teeth, and 1 of the blood, which leads up to the 5 points. So you need 5 items. You need 4 items to cast this level 5 spell. Then you have small hands, level 5. When you cast a spell on another student, their hands shrink so small that they have trouble holding anything. The student you target has their hand size limit reduced by 1. So it's 1 tooth and 2 blood. Then you have the third eye. It's a level 5 spell. Once student casts their third eye, they are able to predict the near future. Take the top 5 cards from the spell deck, select 1 to keep, then reorder the rest as you wish before placing them back on the spell deck. You need 2 teeth and you need 1 dragon skin. Then you have Unnatural Evolution. It takes 5 cards. Again, casting the spell on your summoned familiar will transform into another powerful familiar of your choice. Replace your familiar with another familiar that has not been selected by another student. This one you need 4 different items to create this spell. So you need the eyes, the tooth, the blood, and the dragon skin. How about Lost Marbles? It's a level 6 spell. Casting this spell on another student will cause them memory loss. They cannot remember what components or spells they had. The student must discard all cards and redraw 1 spell and 2 component cards. And here are your components. You need the eyeballs, 2 pixie dust, and 1 dragon skin. You've got the Doppelganger, level 6 spell. Casting this spell will create a complete replica of yourself, enabling you to do twice as much. Once cast, you may take a second turn, draw cards as normal, and cast another spell if you wish. You need 2 blood and 1 pixie dust to do this one. Now, Invisibility, level 6 again. This spell turns you invisible for a brief moment, allowing you to steal from all the other students. Draw 2 randomly selected component cards from each student and place them in your hand. It takes 2 dragon skins to create that one. Forgetful. Casting a spell on another student makes them absent-minded and unable to recall spells. The number of spell cards a student may hold is reduced by 1. It remains in play until they break the spell. 2 eyeballs and 2 pixie dust to use this one. You also have the spell of Paranoia. It's a level 6 spell. Casting the spell on another student makes them instantly paranoid about blood. The student must discard all dead man's blood cards from their hand, and any that are drawn after remains in play until it's broken. You need 3 vials of blood to do this spell here. Then you have Fireflies. The spell sends tiny fireflies. It's a level 7 spell. This spell sends tiny fireballs out to all the other students' decks, burning components and spells alike. Each affected student must discard any 2 cards of their choice. It needs 2 pixie dust and 1 dragon skin to cast. Teacher's Pet. It's a level 7 spell. Casting the spell on yourself makes you the teacher's favorite. Starting from your next class, you receive +1 points for each spell you cast. That should be your next class. That's a typo right there. Not you, should be your. Remains in play. It's a tooth and 2 dragon skins you need for that one. More spells. The Speedster. It's a level 8 spell. This spell makes you super fast, so fast that you are now just a blur to the other students. At the start of your turn, you may draw 1 extra card from the deck you are drawing from. Remains in play. 2 blood and 2 pixie to do that one. And again, Mix Master. It's a level 12 spell, so these last ones are the most powerful spells. These 2 are the most powerful spells. You got Mix Master. This spell makes you a master at mixing spells and potions. For your next 3 classes, you may cast any spell using any components as long as the number of components is correct. You have 3 dragon skins for that one. The Ultimate Evil, it's 12. It says, this spell is so terrifying that many would not mention its name, let alone cast it. Once cast, all other students must discard their hand and draw 1 spell and 2 component cards. 3 dragon skins to do this one. Last but not least, you have your BFF, or Best Friends Forever. It says up here, it says 4 points per X. I'm not sure what that X means, but per X. It says you're casting the spell on all other students will instantly make them your best friend forever. No other student can cast spells on you for the next X class if X is equal to the number of paired cards used when casting. Okay. So that explains it right there. So that is your best friends forever spell right there. So again, these are your components. These are your helping people that will aid you in creating your spells. Right there, that's your summoning deck. And right here are all the spells that you can cast as a spellcaster. And also you have your tokens, which range for 1, 3, 5, and 10. Your silica gel, and of course your rulebook right here. This is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of the card game Alchemist Academy. There's only one solution at this school. If you can pass, make sure you cast. This game is for 2 to 6 players, lasts 30 to 60 minutes, and it's for ages 10 and above. And of course, it's brought to you by Mungie Studios. For more information, go to mungiestudios.com. And again, this was a Kickstarter. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Of course, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.